Now we turn tonight to our report on what looks like the most devastating claim Michael Cohen made today against Trump that's relevant to the Mueller probe. Cohen laid out many damning allegations we've been discussing, but for Mueller, if you remember one thing from today's 7-hour hearing, make it this. Cohen now alleges Donald Trump did know about WikiLeaks' release of stolen DNC emails in advance, an allegation that suggests Trump may have misled Bob Mueller in his written answers in the Russia probe. If this sounds new to you, that's because it is. We're hearing this claim for the first time. Cohen testifying he was in the room when he says Roger Stone told Trump over a speakerphone about the crucial July 2016 WikiLeaks email dump before it happened.
Mr. Trump knew from Roger Stone in advance about the WikiLeaks drop of emails in July of 2016. Days before the Democratic convention. I was in Mr. Trump's office when his secretary announced that Roger Stone was on the phone.
Now, why could that be credible? As a general matter, Cohen would be risking extra jail time if he lies to Congress about something that Mueller has been studying and could easily debunk. As a specific matter, Mueller released separate evidence which actually reinforces this brand new allegation that we've been studying from Cohen, because the indictment of Roger Stone says around June and July 2016, Stone informed senior Trump campaign officials about the email dump. So if that Mueller indictment and Cohen are right, it has a few implications. First, it directly contradicts Stone, who claims, of course, that he never had any such discussion with Trump.
Mr. Trump put Mr. Stone on the speakerphone. Mr. Stone told Mr. Trump that he had just gotten off the phone with Julian Assange, and that Mr. Assange told Mr. Stone that within a couple of days there would be a massive dump of emails that would damage Hillary Clinton's campaign.
I can honestly say that candidate Trump, Donald Trump, President Trump and I have never discussed the WikiLeaks disclosures before, during, or after.
You've never had a single discussion about Hillary Clinton emails with him at all?
That is correct.
Never a single discussion. Now, you may have just witnessed a lie on television, but the feds don't indict people for lying on TV, which leads to the second point tonight. Mueller indicted Stone for repeating that alleged lie to Congress under oath. So just think about it. Here is why hearings like today's grilling matter, whether they're an open or closed session. Stone was asked if he discussed his conversations with a WikiLeaks intermediary with the Trump campaign in one of these types of sessions, and he replied, "I did not." That is part of what got Stone indicted. Now, Cohen's team argues if Stone was lying, that shows Cohen is telling the truth about this today. Mueller says Stone was lying, stating in that same Stone indictment that Mueller's evidence shows Stone spoke to multiple individuals in the Trump campaign about what he claimed to know about those WikiLeaks emails. So this WikiLeaks part of the story may shape up as Mueller, Cohen, and Mueller's evidence versus Roger Stone. And many people have reasons not to believe Stone. And that brings us to the third and final point that makes this so potentially explosive. This was not some minor avenue in one hearing. Mueller viewed this as so central to his probe that it made his list of questions for President Trump. So yes, let's grab our Russia receipts right now after this long day of questions and hearings, because here is the leaked question that Mueller reportedly did ask President Trump. Quote, "What did you know about communication between Roger Stone, his associates, Julian Assange, or WikiLeaks?" Now, even if Stone did tell Trump things about WikiLeaks, Donald Trump could always concede that without admitting a formal crime. He could say, hey, look, all kinds of people pass on tips and predictions in a campaign. But if he flatly denied it, and Mueller has evidence showing that, then I can report for you tonight, this key moment in this hearing today could be something much more ominous for Trump. Now, we do not know what Trump wrote in the reply to the question I just showed you. Mueller hasn't said, of course. But Trump's team leaks a lot, and there was a leak that a lot of legal experts said didn't look like it came from Mueller's team about, yes, Donald Trump's written answer to that exact question. CNN reported it. NBC has not confirmed it, but it's relevant tonight because CNN cited two direct sources who say Trump told Mueller in writing Roger Stone did not tell him about WikiLeaks. Whoa. I'm going to leave this up on the screen for a minute. There's a lot going on. I want it to sink in. Sources were saying, long before Trump's White House knew what Cohen was going to do today, that as president, Trump told Mueller in writing that Stone never told him about WikiLeaks. Now, if that's true, fine. But if it's not true, it could be a new crime. I repeat, a new crime committed by a president in office, the kind of direct lies to a special counsel that Ken Starr so insistently used against another sitting president, you might remember. And if that's true, and Trump did deny this to Mueller, you know who else actually backs up this version of events? The person Mueller's accusing of lying about this WikiLeaks stuff, the person who touted himself as the source of WikiLeaks intel, Roger Stone, because I'm not trying to say they made it too easy, but take a look. Even after Roger Stone was indicted, he didn't just deny telling Trump all this stuff, but weirdly, and I don't use this word lightly, suspiciously, he came out and said he knew Donald Trump also denied this exact thing in Donald Trump's written interrogatories to Bob Mueller.
Have you spoken to the president about this?
I have not. When the president answered the written interrogatories, he correctly and honestly said, Roger Stone and I never discussed this, and we never did.
Correctly and honestly. Tonight, we know more than anyone knew then. Why would Roger Stone be so confident about what Donald Trump told Mueller in written interrogatories that aren't in public? If Mueller already alleges that Stone lied about that very matter, and Stone says his answer matches Trump, then the question tonight becomes, has Bob Mueller concluded that Donald Trump also lied about this WikiLeaks matter? And if so, what does Bob Mueller do about that? That is the reporting that we have for you tonight. The most ominous thing for Trump has apparently been playing out in plain sight in public with this new chapter today that is legally gigantic, even if it may have been understandably overshadowed at times by other fireworks and passion and scandal and drama and intrigue in that hearing. Hey, I'm Ari Melber from MSNBC. You can see more of our videos right here, or better yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel below. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that.